What up, what up, what up? This is the pilot episode with three guys who don't know how to fly. We testing the waters. Let's see how y'all like this. We calling this the Turnkey Kidz podcast. If you don't know what a turnkey kid is, all you gotta do is Google it. Well, we kicking it, but before we really get into it, we're gonna let y'all know first. Show announcement August 3rd at Mr. C's and Chalmette. Shout out to Soldier Slim. My bad. STB Slim. Excuse me. Well, we'll be performing with him to that weekend. Us, H.2O, which is Higgnz, and O.Verses, and King Klein, and STB Slim is hosting the show. So y'all come out and check us out. But before we get started and enjoy this little podcast we're going to do here, y'all check out H2O, O.Verses, and Higgnz, Survivor.
I feel I should quit for I saw hating music. I feel like everyone just takes me as a nuisance. The ones I thought were there, kinda looking like a hooters. Yet I just keep spitting, man, I guess this shit behooves me. All my life I've been a grinder, MacGyver, Rambo, survivor, walking cocky through the fire, seasoned up like I'm retired. Knowledge matching the attire, married to the game, Bonnie and Clyde up in the fast lane. I must acquire, saying you the best of pennas, blue like liar. You don't want no problem. We dripping in that Prada. And you whipping that Impala. Don't get me wrong, I ain't judging by the dollar. Not a slave to the paper, catch me in the collar. Holla like IG, they follow. Sit back, relax, let's vibe out to my sorrow. Make the best of today, not worry about tomorrow. Apologies to the beats, I cut them up like Zorro. Your time can I borrow? Cause I'm sitting at your front door. I'm a survivor, MacGyver, not gon' give up. I'm a survivor, MacGyver, not gon' give up. I'm a survivor, MacGyver, not gon' give up. I'm a survivor, MacGyver, not gon' give up.
I'm a survivor, with the hands of a MacGyver, the heart of a lion, the eye of the tiger. God created struggle, the struggle is my design.
What keeps me alive?
The thought of everything I die for. The path, the grass I chosen is infested with vipers. Snipers posted up to scope me down on sight. The price I have to pay to be engraved with stripes. To see the day I sing redemption and they pay the piper. Take heed on how I speak, that this is not for the weak minded. Will kill Leon with their Glock on the seat. The only way to slay a dragon be a monster beast. I got the cutlery for anyone who's trying to compete. I feast. I'm telling you, you don't want no problem. No, you don't want no problem. See me drifting camouflage, yeah. Quick to dip in that little Mazda. Although you like to live a lie, ain't judging by the dollar. Not a slave to the paper, watch me pop a collar. Let me get this shit clear, T.H.C. I split hands when I shoot in ears, I spit fear. Hit rappers from Energy, Romo Bake, then bad and Croco. If the game is but a jungle, guess I'm stomping in the contra. For me, I'm on me, can't hold me, I hold up like David Goggins. I'll never take the coffee and don't know.
I'm a survivor, MacGyver, not gon' give up. I'm a survivor, MacGyver, not gon' give up. I'm a survivor, MacGyver, not gon' give up. I'm a survivor, MacGyver, not gon' give up.
I'm a survivor, with the hands of a MacGyver, the heart of a lion, the eye of the tiger. God created struggle, the struggle is my design.
What keeps me alive?
The thought of everything I die
I'm a survivor. You know, that song was and that was the first collab we did together, bro. That was cool.
No, it was First Love was, I think.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Fucked up. That was number 2.
No, wait, Bars 4?
No, Bars 4 was in between. Bars 4 we did it just to promote Survivor.
That was the first. Well, no, Survivor did Survivor get released before? Bars 4 got released
Bars
before?
4's got, yeah.
Okay, yeah. We recorded Bars 4 after we recorded Survivor.
Yeah.
But First Love was the first one we recorded. So here we go. So here's your timeline. First Love got recorded first. Survivor got recorded second. And then Bars 4 got recorded third. But Bars 4 got to get put out first. And then, so it went ass backwards. So then you got Bars 4, then Survivor. And then the first song Go Together got put out last.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so yeah. So there you go. There's your ass backwards timeline. But,
These guys are true
you know,
geniuses.
so first things first, bro. The Barry Apocalypse, dog.
Oh, yeah. Barry Apocalypse, the storm that never came.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we messed up. Nationally, they try to hype it up for the ratings, and I think if they do that again, it's going to get to a point where something bad's going to come. Nobody's going to listen because they cry wolf so much, and And that's when we're going.
Right, that's what I was about to say. Like,
Yeah.
the boy that cried wolf. And the local news kind of did it in a sense, but everything's about clickbait today. And then like so this is where the real problems came in, and I'm gonna try to find some of these quotes that my cousin sent me as the storm was going on, like as they were, because their thumbnails like you know what I'm saying, like was like catastrophic.
Yeah, it has to be dramatic.
The fucking thing's not even a hurricane yet, right? You know what I'm saying?
It was half of
they
a
said
storm.
deadly in every sentence on the Weather Channel.
Right, like the damn thing wasn't even a hurricane, and they were fucking freaking on it. Like, dude, they treated us. I don't know. And let's be real. Like for me, and y'all know, cause I can't fake the funk. The river was high, bro. The river's high right now. If y'all know anything about the Mississippi River, it's high. It's fucked up. It's polluting areas. I was worried about that. You know, I'm not worried about the storm surge. Fuck the storm surge. I'm worried about, can these levees hold up? Cause
but they played to that fear. That's what they did, because everybody knew where the river was.
So by Wednesday, they were saying that the river's gonna hit 19 feet, and I think Thursday they said 20 feet, and 20 feet is like
that's
the top of the levee,
yeah.
right? That's your levee, limit. Right? You know what I mean? And it fluctuates. Certain parts of the levee, some are like certain areas are like 23, 24. I guess your average may be 20 feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they call that your top off area. Dude, and I ain't worried about topping over. I'm thinking about weak links in the chain. How long? We don't fucking know.
Nope,
and then these motherfuckers are lying. Like obviously, we caught them in this huge lie.
Yeah,
we talking about this catastrophic bullshit.
We're all gonna die!
The Army Corps engineers is saying, we good. Don't worry about it. We good. Don't worry about it. But at the same time, what they gonna say?
We're all gonna die!
Nah, we ain't good, homie. You know what I mean?
Bro. They're gonna act surprised even if they know
we
going
fucked
down.
up right here, and so didn't give us the money to fix these certain spots. So they can't say that. They gotta act like it's all good. You know what I'm saying? And so, cause they're gonna get fired whether it's all good, whether they say it's all good or it ain't all good. If it ain't all good, they gonna get fired.
But it got so bad that the national media was so bad that the local channels towards the end started debunking them because it was so bad.
Yep.
They were. I seen somebody on, I think it was Fox or something, like a local one was out in Biloxi, and they filmed people on jet skis riding on it, saying, "Look, it's not a." Then Bob Brett came on, and he was like, they just wanted ratings, because that's the only time people watch the Weather Channels. So they want to make a name for themselves. So, but that's gonna come back and hurt everybody. But with that being said, I'm thankful that nothing did happen, because if you went through Katrina, I mean, you and your kids
even
going
with
through
all
that.
the hype, though, man. Even with all the hype, didn't you catch notice how the community was taken to the storm? They was going outside, checking it out, going to the lakefront. Like, they didn't care. They wasn't letting the media get to them. You know, it was more. They seemed more excited for the storm than scared.
So like here we go. You look at the Weather Channel. This is what my cousin texted me. You look at the Weather Channel. It says life-threatening floods coming. Media is something else. When it's gonna when it's going to get really bad, no one is gonna want to listen. Just like you said, crying wolf. I mean, everybody's thinking the same thing, and the national media is looking for that coverage, because that's paid coverage. Like, the more viewers, so they're gonna try to blow this thing as far as they can.
Even when it was over, they were like, "Oh, well, it's still sitting on top of it. Anything can happen. It's not over." My cousin came into town 2 days after it was over, and he's got people texting him from Miami saying, "Man, be careful. That they're saying it's bad down there." He's like, "Man, we on Bourbon Street right now. It's sunny and hot. Like, there's no flood."
Dude, like, they had fucking you look on Facebook, like I got a lot of people who I'm friends with, associate within, like the South region, Midwest. They're like, prayers for Louisiana, like, man, listen, nah, like, I didn't get any. I'm out here chilling. Like, everything's open. I just bought my kid a Happy Meal from McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? And y'all worried about us dying. And that's the narrative that they, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that they push.
And I think that hurt too was when, I mean, a couple of days before the storm, where it was like rain and streets were flooding in New Orleans. Like, we judged it by that. Like, man, this is just a little rain, and we got this, and we got a hurricane coming up. So we got all them things, the river high, the flood a couple of days before. They're like, man, we're gonna use this, and we're gonna do some serious fear mongering.
Well, yeah, I think that's what blew. I'm sorry, Tom, but that's what blew it up. I think that may have been the thing that the city flooded over some bullshit.
Yeah, I had to drive home in my car. I was like, it was almost to my hood, and I was like, man, we done this weekend.
Well, even what they said is that I was listening to the big, you know, the Fox meteorologist, the guy who took Bob Breck's place, David Bernard, that's his name. Yeah. He says that day, that evening after it was all over, like, I predicted a 50% rain chance. The computer models didn't even say it was gonna rain. You know, like, so nobody knew this was coming.
And it was a crazy amount of rain in a little time.
The guys who run the pumps with the you know, and like, dude, it's rain. They probably wasn't even at the station. You know what I'm saying? Like that, they were chilling somewhere.
Meteorology, they're like a poor man's politician.
But what contributed to all the fear mongering is the way the storm came in. Like, how from growing up from a kid, when's the last time you ever known a storm developing over land? Yeah. Hitting the Gulf, strengthening up, and do a whole U-turn.
Yeah, and staying there. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that played right into the fear mongering.
Yeah.
And then the whole time while everybody in the community was joking around and making jokes and memes and everything, you notice they was still trying to keep it going.
Yeah.
Saying, oh, the rain ain't here yet. It can't come well into Sunday.
When they were reporting that nothing happened, you could sense like disappointment in their voice. You know, like, oh man, it's like,
the storm made them look like complete liars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I was driving around. I was listening to talk radio, 870, which is, you know, like they cover, you know, that's our radio station that covers everything. Anyway, Scoot was on there, and he said that I have a feeling, I have a sense that people, you know, like not the news, just the people in general, like they get disappointed when it doesn't turn out the way.
Yeah.
You know, like when it's not catastrophic. Like
it's almost like they're online complaining about it.
Like right. They just want to, because they want to experience it. You know, it's like riding a surfer looking for that big wave. You know what I mean? That he thinks he can handle. Yeah. That's kind of like how people feel. Like they. It's almost like they want it to happen.
Yeah. I mean, almost like you want to be a surfer.
Right. At least you could be honest and say, I don't want to stop. Look, bro, I got flood insurance. I want that bitch to flood. I'm looking to move. That's why, be honest. That's why I want a catastrophe. I want that bitch to flood.
I wish your mom.
You know how much money I can get off that flood?
Yeah, because we were younger. A lot of us were younger when Katrina hit. So I mean that our parents had flood insurance. Now, shit, let me get that.
Right. Like hit a lick. Then I finally got to move where I wanted to move. It's not gonna change. Like what's gonna happen, and they understand, and you got to think about it like this, and it was just facts that even though you can sell that, no matter how much people call bluff, you can still sell it every time.
Yeah. And what I tell people is, man, don't listen to the noise. Just prepare every time. Just because because Katrina can happen.
Right.
1 out of 100 times, it don't matter. If you got, just prepare. And if nothing happens, that's good. If something does happen, you're prepared. But don't go off of what you seen on TV. Because it's all about ratings.
One of the funniest things, I was telling my brother, I'm looking at the radar. Think about the radars, because the radars really sell it to you.
Yeah.
Now we be able to ability to look at the satellite on our phone. So you know how they like color code the worst
it
stuff?
looks all crazy. Yeah.
It makes you like this dark purple. Yeah. Like they know what colors really.
And then just and you don't know what you're looking at. It's like an ultrasound.
Right.
Oh yeah, I see it. Like you don't see shit.
Colors make, but I mean like like subconsciously certain colors will define, you know, like we define certain emotions and moods based on colors. Yeah. So when they color code
red and
right, when you got you know, like this is where your worst parts are gonna be at, and this is where you know,
you're like shit, it's red at my mom's house. Look,
that's the only thing we believe. Like at this point, before they had a meteorologist or you know what I mean, like some. Back in the day, we didn't have the weatherman to say anything.
Or so tornado alerts and flood alerts.
Did they have weathermen doing Betsy? What's
Nash Roberts?
You kind of worked off your gut back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You had to. Like, everything was instinct, which is human nature. Right. So we kind of lose touch with that nature part of ourselves and just look at what they tell us.
Depending on what technology is telling us to say.
You're looking at this radar on the screen, you know what I mean?
Not knowing they're not trying to inform. They're about ratings. They're not trying to get your gut. Information.
So there's our 10 minutes that we had on that topic. But using your gut, and it's just, you know, I think all of that is kind of fear mongering. At the end of the day, but it's right, because what happens is it's better to be prepared and it not happen, right, than to not be prepared and it happen.
Right.
So, you know, it's like we're wrong, but it could happen anyway. You know,
I never walk out of a situation and be like, man, I was too over prepared.
And then every hurricane is different. Like every hurricane has its different. It moves in a different way. You know, like this one. The one things that they said that references will ended here is that they had that dry air that was pushing on top of it. Yeah. So the east side of the storm that was supposed to get that hard, where most of the hurricanes go, everything was on the back end of the eye, which they couldn't find. But all of a sudden, it's catastrophic. But there's no true eye development. But it's catastrophic. Yeah. Let's remember that it's catastrophic, but they ain't got no fucking eye.
When you look right above the eye, there's nothing there. It's all calm.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? So it's just like a half of a storm.
And then I think, you know, like that's why Sunday, they were right about that. You know, Sunday we got the rain, but it was nothing. Dude, I had worse flooding in this backyard. It rained all day on Sunday. Yeah. In this backyard, I had worse flooding on a Saturday night. It stormed for like an hour, bro. And the whole backyard was a pool.
Every time it does flood, and they're like, "Oh, the pump's over." No, you're not prepared for that. You're preparing for this is what the pumps can do when you actually turn them on and do your job, because you're prepared for this rain. Other times, people, like he said, they snoozing, so it floods, and that's what it is.
The whole backyard was was like a pool,
a lake, true geniuses.
But we'll move on to the next subject. Let's have some fun here. You could say we're a little outdated, we're a little late on this, maybe, but it's still kind of trending a little bit right now. Area 51.
Welcome to Area 51.
Yeah. I mean, I've been knowing about Area 51.
You don't actually think they spent $20,000 on a hammer?
Since Independence Day. Let's put it that way. But
what teenager hasn't got on the internet and went and looked around? Area 51, UFOs, you know?
And that's a lot of hype, too, because, like, it's, I mean, you're going to put Twitter fingers against military tactics. Like,
well, we can go back. All right, so how did this start? So, basically, they said we're going to go, the Facebook page. Somebody started a Facebook page about it being, you know, like, it was technically a joke. Like, we're going to storm Area 51 and try to figure out make them demand, show us what's in there.
You don't actually think they spent $20,000 on a hammer?
They say the guy who created the joke said that he wrote them, the FBI, an email saying that it was just a joke. He was doing it for like some thumbsy upsies.
I think,
and he said, so whatever happens, I will not be held responsible. That's what he said. Yeah. Making sure he was in the clear, because
it got real.
He wasn't expecting 600,000 people to get on there and say, "Yeah, we down for this. We're gonna go storm Area 51."
I could have been at a barbecue.
So let's say he said a date. Didn't he put a date like September 20th?
I thought September, maybe 21st.
I think it was somewhere in there.
Look, some kind of anniversary.
You can find out. It's September. I think it's on the anniversary of Roswell. I think that's what it was, the Roswell incident.
These guys are true geniuses.
And it's in September. I know that for sure. I think it's September 20th. But anyway, he said that, you know, like, we're going to storm them, figure out what's going on. Well, people jumped on it, bro, and it's like, it's up to like 1 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
right.
they got a lot of followers.
Yeah, that's it.
So I watched a news journalist talk about it, and he was like, well, just think. If you get, all right, so let's say they got, I think, maybe 600,000 followers. Let's say 1/6 of those people actually show up for this event. You got 100,000 people storming Area 51.
Yeah.
What is the government gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Well, there is signs around the premises. Yeah, they will shoot. You know,
right? But think about this. This is an event that is 2 months in advance. Your job is to protect the American people, and technically, they work for us. We don't work for them. Like we paid. We paid it.
Right.
Our taxes right there, paychecks. We're the shareholder. We own this country. The government doesn't really own this country.
Not too many people know that.
So if you go run, all right. So here's the deal: if you get 100,000 people show up to Area 51, like demanding to get back there, you can't wax them like it's the Mandalay Bay. You can't do it, bro. You can't.
I think what will happen is they
can't do it.
We got 2 months notice. Okay, we're gonna move everything out of it, put nothing in it. Y'all want to come see what we got? Nothing. They gave us 2 months to get everything out of it. So whatever, if they let people in, you're gonna see nothing. It's gonna be like a museum. They said
exactly. It's gonna and truthfully, I think they ain't shit that like whatever they were doing there that was so mysterious.
Right.
They moved that shit before Independence Day come out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it probably was long before that.
That report back in 2013 when I think it was the CIA for the first time ever was admitted that Area 51 existed.
You don't actually think they spent $20,000
right there,
on a
that
hammer?
itself gave me the gut instinct that you would
shit
have.
was gone
it's gone.
Now. Yeah,
they say they admit. Well, you know, just like when somebody steals something from you and they say something, you get that good feeling they did it. You know.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same instinct I got when they reported that.
But do you know how even Area 51 became a like a trending topic at all? And I'm not talking about what just happened in the last week. I'm talking about like
the Roswell incident.
No, way before. All right, so not before that, but after that. In the late 80s, there's a guy called Bob Lazar. He's like an astrophysicist, or he's like a physicist. The
last name rings a bell.
All right, there's a documentary. All you got to do, you got Netflix? Any of y'all got Netflix?
Yeah, I got Netflix.
Go look up Bob Lazar. There's just came out, and I think that's
talking about the alien autopsy photo he created.
No.
That's not him.
All right, so this is this guy's story in a nutshell, and if you haven't really listened, the best place to really kind of like hear him talk and hear his story, he just went on Joe Rogan's podcast like 3 weeks ago, and actually talked about the whole thing. So what it is he was he made some kind of invention, like some kind of cool invention. I forgot what exactly. You have to go listen to him. Like he powered some kind of car. He made a jet go-kart. I don't know, something goofy like that. It made the front page of the local paper.
Yeah.
Well, people like some government people who ran these special projects saw the paper, and they were really interested in him. So they gave him a job at a facility. Well, then they offered him this government job to go work in this, facility. It's like it's one of those hush, whatever. He had to sign these waivers and fill out this paperwork and pull his contract. Well, in the nutshell, I don't want to fuck up his story too much. Is that what happened is that he was hired to try to basically rebuild, reconstruct and mimic alien technology that was you know, like from alien crashes and stuff like that. And the way he basically said the way the protocol works is that it's kind of slowing the process down to how to figuring this out because it's such a secret that we're only told what we need to do, not the whole bigger picture. That way we can all figure this thing out together. Right. So everybody who has like a specialty in certain departments can only know about what they're doing at that time, and that's it. And then, you know, he kind of got, you know, like they actually showed him the craft, one of the crafts or whatever. He saw a couple of them or whatever. He said there was like 9. I don't know. I don't want to fuck up his story, but you really got to go listen to his story. So anyway, he said that and then he came up. They said they figured out what fueled it, and it's an element called 115. And the element 115 wasn't even discovered yet. We gotta let this one keep going. Yeah. Element 15 wasn't discovered yet when he announced it. And then years later, like, people thought he was full of shit. And then the element 115 actually, you know, was discovered like late 2013, 2014, something like that. And this is like 1989 when he went public about this shit. And like what happened was the government watches, you know, it's closed shit. Well, he became obsessed with his work, you know what I'm saying? And then his wife, but he couldn't tell his wife what he was doing because it's a secret. So his wife thought he was fucking around, you know, he was fucking around on her. She was having an affair on him because he was so caught up in his work that he couldn't tell. And like he had enough. Like once he realized, he started to learn really what was going on about how secret everything was, and it was ruining his life. He went public with it. Yeah. And what he did, he was scared for his life because once he realized the government was tapping his phone and told him he was unstable to handle this job because his wife was having an affair on him. Because they found out through tapping his shit. Yeah. Right.
So they're going to try to debunk everything he says by just making him seem crazy. Oh, look, tinfoil wearing guy.
They tried, exactly. They tried to discredit him. Yeah. Right. And then they still fuck with him. They still kind of fuck with him till this day because he's got his own business today and shit.
But what happens when people storm this place and they don't move in, they break in, and you see aliens all over the place. What you gonna do?
And here's the thing: it wasn't even Area 51 that he worked in. He worked in the area of Area 51. It was called, I think, S4 was the facility that he worked at. You know, and that's what they were doing, which is in the area, like
a Disney World full of shit. Like
you're right. You know, like but he worked there. But I guess Area 51 kind of took that. You know, it's the main base or whatever. So that's where it went public, and he went to a news reporter in Nevada, and told him about it. The guy's called George Knapp, and he went he said it went worldwide after. And what he did was, so here's the deal. He did, you know, he had to prove it. Like, you full of shit. He said, look, I think it was like a Wednesday. Every Wednesday at 7:00. They fly these things in this area. We're gonna go drive out to these mountains, and sure enough, he brought them out there, and they fucking filmed fucking flying saucers flying around. You gotta go see shit. It's on, and it's for real. And then that's when it really, like, they got harassed. And
I think the guy who came up with this is just the guy who came up with that face app that makes you old just to get the followers.
Well, see, that's another story. That's a Russian, bro. They said the Russians made that shit.
Yeah, and then when you getting they coming out and they warning people like, look, don't do this app. But they're so quick to jump on it, like, okay, we're being told by the news to not do. I want to see what I get old.
Disclaimer in the, like, you know, that big long, you know, when you sign up for Facebook or any app, they have these contracts that you have to just say I agree to terms and conditions without reading the shit. Well, yeah, part of it is like, you know, we could trade off your information.
Yeah, but you're not reading that because Facebook told you to jump.
Because you're in a hurry just to get open that bitch up. Because everybody
try it out and check it out. Yeah, look at me. I'm 90 years old. Check me out.
Yep. Yeah. And it, dude, what? We weren't even supposed to talk about this, but this is while we on it, bro. This is a serious topic. that shit blew up overnight, son.
Crazy, yeah.
Like, I woke up.
Everybody was old.
I think it was, wait, what is today? What is today? Today's Thursday.
Thursday the 18th.
I didn't know about this shit till Wednesday morning. When you knew about it.
I don't know. I remember going...
Wednesday morning I knew about it.
Probably about the same.
I just remember waking up and just going through my phone. I'm like, how long was I sleeping?
How the fuck does an app blow up in one day? One day. And it's probably gonna be old news by the time.
Yeah, next week.
By Monday.
Next week it'll be old alien faces.
One day, and by Monday the app's gonna be gone. It's already starting to wean itself out because what happened was people are saying now that Russian people own this app.
Yeah.
So they're saying it's collusion already. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking.
I'm not gonna lie though, not to change the topic, but I think. Don't you kind of find it funny? Everything gets blamed on the Russians. everything that goes wrong in America, it gets blamed on the Russians.
Right. It's the Russian fault, and we don't know whose team. It's either we still can't figure out whether the Republicans or the Democrats are the ones that are doing deals. We can't figure it out yet. We still don't know. Fucking sad, bro. But yeah, dude, this app blew up overnight. I think this is record-breaking app that blew up overnight. Is probably gonna blow up and die because they're collecting everybody's shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna get everybody we can get real quick.
But it is pretty slick though. Put a little trending app out there real quick, and they get all your information. You know,
dude, people are so smart. I'm telling you, like if you know how things work and the insights, if this is connected to the UFO stuff, it wouldn't surprise me. Like they'll brainwash you when they got everybody's attention.
Right.
Let me just throw this picture up here real quick.
Let's take everybody's mind. That was that meme that somebody made today. Like we were just talking about Area 51. Now we trying to look 50 years older, some shit like that. Or 51. But yeah, like that quick. I've never seen an app blow up that fast though.
I've seen one that I did was that Floppy Bird app where you just hit the bird and it was going like that.
No, but not that fast.
Overnight, no, it wasn't.
You think it outpaced that? What's that not Instagram, Snapchat filter that makes you a woman?
Oh yeah, that
one blew up
too.
Pretty fast.
Yeah, because that was.
Man, I can tell you, everybody.
That's probably the Russians too. That was the Russians, and then they said, you know what? It didn't blow up quick enough. We need this shit. We need everybody in America to do this in a 24-hour period.
Yeah.
That way we get everybody.
But that just shows you how.
But that's mental too. Because some people are like, man, you don't know if you're gonna live to be that old. So let me see what I look like.
Man, I ain't even try.
That just shows you how fast people can get distracted. Like just like that in the snap of a finger.
Yeah,
that makes me wonder sometimes, is the government just taunting us now? Like we really think we're that stupid?
We've been brainwashed our whole lives.
But you know, in
without
real talk
knowing
though,
about it.
The app was it does a really accurate. I mean, it looks like it does a good job on depicting that. As long as you don't.
Yeah. Quality wise, like it looks crazy. Yeah.
Well, that's probably the point. That's what gets your attention. You know, that's it right there.
Shit's scary though, man. Like, did y'all see the Drew Brees one? That shit.
Yeah.
I still. I mean, I guess we as Saints fans. That shit was funny, bro. Because it's almost it's believable at this point. That's how bad we need a quarterback.
Next week is gonna be an app.
And we've never had one.
If you drop your blood on your phone,
life
will make it look like a baby.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Bro,
vampire app. Yeah.
Do
y'all have faith in Teddy Bridgewater?
Wow, you guys think you're being so damn confident.
Dude,
I have faith in us forming a team around him to make him succeed. But as quarterback, Drew Brees is once a lifetime. I mean, kind of player.
When you got, I mean, in all honesty, this is the thing. Like, people who shit on Drew, like, bro, look what he's done. And it does take a coaching staff, and it does take a team, and he admits it. Like, he's not saying, like, it's me. He's never talks me.
He reconstructed his contract quite a few times to get help.
Even though he could be like, because if you look at the receivers that have left, nothing. They don't do nothing.
And not only that.
When he first came in, he made wide receivers look good out there.
Yeah.
No name wide receivers. Like, who the fuck is that guy out there catching this ball?
Well, here's the deal. When you get into players that have played with him, you know what I'm saying? Like, they admit that, you know, and they don't have to admit it. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to. Like, they're not told, make sure you big up Drew Brees before you step on it. Make sure you big up Drew Brees.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
they're
not. They'll kind of go out their way a little bit to say, look, like he is a true leader. Like, he's legit. It's not his fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like shit.
Especially players that have played for multiple teams, multiple quarterbacks. They always come back to say Drew Brees is the best I ever played with.
Right. And look, I watched the interview.
Reggie Bush.
I think did I tell you about that? Oh yeah. I don't know. You might have seen the same one. Yeah. I remember talking about this after I seen it. But Reggie Bush had an interview, and they asked him a couple questions like, "Who's the best coach you played with? Who's the best coordinator you played with? Who's the best player you played with?" That was the 3 questions that was asked. Well, the best coach was Pete Carroll. You know, he played at USC, and admittedly so, like I can see that.
Yeah, that's a player's coach.
You watch Coach Pete Carroll in action. He's, you know, like he just feels like it's fun to be around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Best coordinator, he said, was Sean Payton. Like, you know, the way he drew up things and like magic, you know. And then the best player was Drew Brees. He's like, dude, I can never outdo him. Like every time I tried to do something past him, you know what I'm saying? He was always like he was already there. You know, like I'm gonna show up early to the facility today. I know he shows up at this time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna beat him there.
He's
today.
always there. He only goes home to get his wife pregnant.
I want to be in the room when he walks in, already sitting back, and sure enough, he's
already there.
Fucking there. You know, and like he just the way he studied the game. I mean, bro. The dude's fucking like 6 foot with cleats. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of his drive came from him doing good in San Diego, and they just kind of just threw him away.
Right.
No, man, this man got injured, so they threw him away. Then
nobody didn't want him.
He wanted to go to Miami, and then they picked Culpepper over him. Nick Saban, one of the best coaches, or best college coach ever. He's gonna choose this guy over him. Everybody was sleeping on him, so you dealing with somebody that was told, no, you can't.
Right.
And he wanted to prove everybody wrong, and nobody gave him a chance. And when we did, look at the results. Look what he did.
In his perception, read his book after he won the Super Bowl. He made a book, right? You know, so everybody's all, you know, got the man crush. We still got our man crush because we so worried about it leaving.
Yeah.
So he said that the shit that happened in San Diego fucked his arm up. You know, he's fucked up. I mean,
have you watched the video? How bad that was? It was gruesome.
Oh yeah, I was watching the game when it happened. I remember watching the game because I was a fan of him. They
said that's like the worst injury a quarterback can have.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I was watching the game. I was actually a fan of him because I wasn't a fan of San Diego, but when Saints went out there in 2004, he carved them up, bro. I was like, you know, something about this guy I like, and that was when he was going through the bullshit with Phillip Rivers. You know what I'm saying? And like this, you try and get rid of this guy. He's fucking balling.
I mean, that he changed everything because that draft coming up, we had the #1 pick. So if we don't get Drew Brees, we drafted Matt Leinart. The USC quarterback that was supposed to be hyped, so he was a complete bust. So we ended up getting Reggie, and people say Reggie was crucial to that Super Bowl run. We don't win that Super Bowl without Reggie.
No, he was your Alvin Kamara at the time.
Yeah. You seen how fast he was though? They said he can run like a 4.4.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Well, we'll go back to the Breeze thing, bro. We gonna fast forward it. So yeah, he actually, you know, he was balling. Beautiful part about that, it wasn't like he was in the pocket. He didn't get fucking blindsided and fucked his arm off. He wouldn't hold the ball and got set. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't just take. It was a fumble. Yeah. Typical Drew Brees. Somebody hit his arm, fumble. What did he do? He tried to save that safe.
Cam Newton won't go for that ball.
Right, rather than just jumping on it, hurt. He tried to save that bitch, and that's how he fucked his arm up. Yeah. In the surgery, they said the fucking surgery, was clean, bro. He said
he couldn't have performed that surgery twice. Yeah. The way he did that first time, he said he wouldn't have did it as good a second time. He said because of the things what Breeze was saying, like he wanted to play again. And
right. Well, it kind of, dude, it takes you back to that time. He said that Miami, they had two interests. You had Culpepper and Breeze was your two biggest quarterbacks on the market, right? Yeah. Culpepper's is big, sexy, like the intangibles that Culpepper has is just, like physical abilities surpasses. But he said when he went and sat with Saban and went to Miami and they acted like, like he needed them.
Yeah.
Right.
And then when he went to New Orleans, Sean Payton picked them up and then they got lost trying to find the facility.
Trying to give him a tour,
Right. Yeah. And like he got to see all the devastation and it was him and his wife and it felt right.
They built something. And the whole time and that's one of the healthiest relationships that I've ever seen between a player and a coach. They're friends. Right. They're very good friends, and that's key because they built this together. I mean,
and even if there's any discrepancies, bro, you don't know about it.
Nope.
You'll never know about it. They probably locked the door
the whole time.
They probably go in the broom closet. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like beef that shit out.
The whole time they said Peyton was giving him a tour. He was saying the whole time he was worried they was gonna lose Breeze. He was saying, "Man, we're gonna lose this guy. We're losing him because like all the stuff that was going down.
Like everything's going wrong.
Everything was going wrong. They get lost. They see the devastation of a hurricane. It's like who's gonna want to be down here? So he was worried they was losing him. And then when he got that call, he wants to be in New Orleans.
Yeah,
that was like,
and he said
destiny.
That when they finally made it there. This is what Breeze said. Like Peyton started drawing up these schemes and like showing them, basically like the team. This is your team, and this is what you do great. And like he did his homework on Breeze and what he does well, and how we can. This is how we're gonna be able to make this work, and it just fit. He wasn't leaving that city, bro.
Yeah, right.
Well, I remember I listened to sports talk radio a lot. Especially at that time. I don't listen to it as much anymore. Maybe during football season. But this is right when, remember Buddy D?
Yeah.
The guy, this is right when Bobby Hebert took over. Right that, it was the same year. Buddy D died and Bobby Hebert took over during that 06 year. And that's when the Who Dat Nation bullshit.
Yeah. I think I'm starting to get to a point where I can understand him a little bit.
No cage on candle? Nah, but he, I'll never forget this conversation. They called Benson the day they signed Breeze, and he sounded drunk as a skunk, bro. He was fucked up. He sounded drunk, bro. He was like, we finally got a quarterback. That's how he was, like, he's gonna be great. He's gonna, and this dude don't even have an arm. He's walking around in a fucking sling.
Yeah.
And they saying they got the, they got the future. We got it. You know what I'm saying? And like
they put their trust in him. They believed in him, and it paid off. Especially like and Drew Brees looking at it, man. They got the first overall pick, so they taking me off of injury over this kid that's supposed to be the best quarterback in college right now.
And I had NFL Network at the time, bro. And this is my first year having NFL Network. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like, yeah. So you probably enjoying that.
Well, no, because this is in the summer before training camp they were shitting on Saints gonna finish last. Saints gonna fit.
Well, they
gonna
always
finish
still
third,
do that
finish
now.
last. They might get well, not now.
I don't even want to talk about last.
No, dude, we live in a world full of Saints haters, dude.
Yeah, but
everywhere I go.
But now they saying.
We're so good that they gotta make other people beat
the
us.
worst record honestly, the worst record I heard anybody say, Bobby Hebert said 10-6. But this was when he was pissed off. This was still when the call, he was still pissed. He's like, this was our year.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
This
Like,
was
yeah,
our
right.
year. Yeah.
This is our trick. Now everything's gonna start trickling down again, just like it did when we won the Super Bowl. You know, like so. You know, Bass is 10-6.
But the NFL, we fixed it. We're gonna make that reviewable now. Like, what's that do for us, man? Like, what do you? Nothing.
Dude, I saw it today.
That
bro.
made it even worse.
Yeah.
That lawsuit. Remember that fucking class action lawsuit or whatever? Today on the news.
Put me on that list. I'll put my face on there.
Well, I think we
all got to
Y'all got to have. The only people who are involved, like ticket holders, like people who bought tickets to the game.
I have season tickets.
Oh, well then you better find. You better go see him. I don't know which lawyer it was.
I hope he's Russian.
It's the Russians.
No. He's one of them dudes on. He's the next Morris Bart. I think it's a pub stunt. If you ask me, like you can't. It's not gonna change the NFL, bro.
No way.
No.
But now we'll close it out. The Meth Gators, bro.
Meth Gators.
Meth Gators. That's why we ending this one. This is some fun shit. We got the article. Where's the article at with the Meth Gators?
Meth.
Yeah, I saw it posted
Right
a few
here.
times, and I thought I didn't even click on because I thought it was just obviously fake, but that actually happened.
All right, so hold up. I sent it to you too. Let me open this up. Police. This is the thumbnail. Now we talking about thumbnails now, but this thumbnail is more accurate than any CNN Weather Channel thumbnail on Barry at all, bro. Police warn flushing drugs down the toilet could create meth gators.
Meth Gators.
Wow.
A police department in Tennessee is warning residents not to flush illegal drugs down the toilet. Now, the police say, don't flush your shit down the toilet. Don't flush your shit down the toilet. Red flag right there.
Yeah.
Anybody in the game knows that the first place you're going is
the toilet.
Yeah.
Now, when your door's getting busted up, oh man, I can't do this. I got wildlife.
Right, because they could end up being ingested by wild animals.
I'm like, how to go to them? How did this get to people? Like, if people are swimming in there or something, or what if you eating fish that come? Like, well, how you go straight to the alligator?
Meth Gators.
Right, so Loretto, I don't know what Loretto. This is explain that when you flush drugs down a toilet, they end up in retention ponds where the water is stored for processing before it is sent downstream.
Retention.
Now our sewer guys take great pride in releasing water that is cleaner. So you're saying you're filtering the water before it actually goes in the stream, but
well, I'll tell them retention before detention.
right, so water is cleaner in creek, but they're not really prepared for meth. So our filters can clean it, you know what I'm saying? But our filters can't. We never built the meth cleaner yet. So ducks, geese, and other fall frequent our treatment ponds, and we shudder to think what one all hyped up on meth would do.
Meth Gators.
All right. So basically, the headline said gators. We ain't even get into the gators yet. Now we gotta talk about a duck on meth, a geese on meth, and other fowl, which I think is just flying animals on frequent our treatment ponds. The people, the ones who dive in, you know what I'm saying, to go chill in their pond while it's being filtered out. But they haven't figured out how to do meth yet. Like how to flush meth out. Bro.
But do they really think, or do they really expect somebody on meth to stop and think about the alligators and the ducks and the geese while their doors get fixed? No, they gonna flush that shit.
People on meth right now don't even know that they even made this announcement.
No, they don't have Facebook.
Right?
Yeah.
This is a crazy. This is one of the best. This is probably one of the best articles of the year. Like, this should make national headline. Like, this should be on the forefront of CNN. This is fucking.
It'll be on one of them year in review show where they just something ridiculous.
So and then you know what was funny? That what came to my mind. We were when I read this all. I'm sorry.
It's cool, but don't let it happen.
My wife
again.
brought up the movie Rampage, right? Remember the movie Rampage?
Yeah, Rampage.
So technically, that's what that was. It's predictive programming. They're they want to show you what animals look like when they take meth that moves downstream, right? And they blew up in space. It landed in the. in their habitat, and they got a whiff of it, and then they turn to meth heads. And when they turn to meth heads, animals grow to an extensive rate. They turn into these giants and they destroy cities.
Meth heads.
Meth Gators. Well, you see, you said you never seen the end of it. You fell asleep.
I fell asleep.
Did you watch the whole movie?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh, bro, you gotta watch the end of the movie. Alright, so basically these things turned it was like King Kong on meth. I'm sorry, forget steroids on meth. So you got this albino gorilla that turns into this big fucking thing, but then you got they got a wolf that turns into a giant wolf, and then they got a Florida gator that turns into a fucking a meth gator.
A meth gator.
And when you turn into a meth gator, you grow to like fucking, I don't know, like a mile long, and then you can climb buildings and
King
rip
Kong
things apart.
ain't got
And the only way to kill a meth gator is the same way you kill a regular gator, but it's really hard. Like slug ain't gonna kill a meth gator, so you gotta have the
It's
right.
hard to kill a crackhead.
You ain't catching no damn crackhead.
But what I'm getting at is that how much meth would you have to flush down a toilet that has to go through a retention pond, and they can't filter the meth? Like, how did you tested? Did you test that shit?
Right.
Did you let's throw some meth in the retention pond
and see how this alligator reacts. Yeah.
Sounds like you got a meth problem, not a meth gator problem. You worried about meth? You don't know what the fuck.
Sounds like somebody's got an HR problem because they hiring the wrong people doing their their articles. They couldn't come up with anything else.
Let's make a story about meth gators.
Yeah.
Meth gators.
I would like to see what honestly,
Can you imagine coming across one of those meth gators?
Meth Gators. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Throw meth in the gator's mouth. Put it on the chicken. You know what I'm saying? Feed it, wrap it in a chicken ball, and throw it to him and see what and just keep.
Oh, how about one of them ducks? Probably one of the best flights of their life. Huh? Flying their ass.
You know what? Is that what? That may be where all our taxes are going to.
You don't actually think they spend $20,000 on a hammer?
Testing meth on these animals, and they so freaked out about what they can do on meth that
Meth Gators.
they're telling us, look, don't fucking.
Maybe that's just the government's
Don't flush any meth down the toilet.
way of telling you, storm this bitch. Release the gators.
Right. Well, dude, like I said, first off, you're telling me not to flush it down the toilet. The first thing I'm gonna do if I'm a meth head is they got the water on lock. You know what I'm saying? Because they know I'm gonna flush it down the toilet when they tell me not to flush it, so that they gonna catch me. So I'll find other ways to get rid of it, possibly, because you worried about me putting it down the toilet. I know.
So that's what they doing now when they go kicking the door. Now they cutting the water supply off, then kicking the door.
I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
But they've done. That's been a thing. Cause everybody, Norks. That's one of the big things they do. Like they'll cut the water off.
Nah, I didn't know that.
These guys are true geniuses.
The door kicked in before, so
I guess I shouldn't know. But they'll cut the water off. So when you flush
always
it,
keep a 5-gallon bucket of water next to your toilet, so just in case. You never know.
Push, because they know. I mean, I guess after so many times busting motherfucker in the door, every time I kick in the door, I don't find nothing. I find him in the bathroom and the toilet water's running.
Yeah, right.
So they bitches flushing it down the toilet. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things they do. They'll go find a way to cut your water off, bro, before they bust you. That way you can't run. You ain't got, you know what I mean?
Right.
Nothing you can do about it. But dude.
So I guess when that water goes off, you ain't getting no water pressure. You know what's about to happen.
Yep.
I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Yep.
Don't dump that bucket of water.
If you
quick.
getting down, you ain't got no water pressure. You got to do something. If anything, I'd be worried about the geese and the ducks drop in the retention pond rather than be worried about a gator swallowing meth.
Meth Gators.
Is that much fucking meth? Dude, bro, if I flush this bag of meth, let's say we got a little knot of meth. you know what I'm saying, just a knot. And we flush it down the toilet, do a test, flush it down the toilet, let it run through a retention pond, and try to like catch it.
Yeah.
Downriver a little bit later. You mean to tell me it's still gonna be that? You know what I'm saying? Like that intact, bro? Like that intact that a gator will just see it, grab it, and just fucking
Meth Gators.
ingest it like it ain't no thing. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. Nah, that's crazy. And he might be right. The meth might be that good out there, but they that fucking stupid.
Some Heisenberg meth, huh? Some blue meth.
Speaking about, like, meth is bad. Like, you know how you had your crack era?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, like where I see now on the streets, like you got your crack, you had your crack era, you had your heroin era. Now I see a lot like meth like kind of blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Like you see a lot more meth heads.
Yeah.
Than you've seen in recent history. I was in a store a while back, and I knew a cat. I knew he was on the shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm in line in the store. And it's crazy what they look like, bro. Motherfucker walked up
like
to
a
me.
Zombie.
Like he's moving so fast internally that externally he was talking in slow motion. You know, in his eye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like eyes bugged. What you doing, bro? You know, like that kind of like. And you could tell he's speeding. You know what I mean? Like fucking motherfucking.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I ain't trying to do that. And they say that, I mean, you see what these motherfuckers look like when they do meth. That shit ain't even, like, all that. The thing about meth, they ain't not natural about meth, bro.
Nothing.
Everything they make with that shit is processed. Like,
yep.
At least heroin, the shit's made from a plant. You know what I mean? Like a fucking poppy seed.
Opiate.
Yeah, right. Made from the poppy seed, and it is processed, but.
Yeah, you got people making this shit with masks on because they can't touch anything they putting into it. But you're supposed to take it when it's all combined?
Dude, like the shit that they make meth out of, like they just buy a bunch of shit that already been processed and reprocessed and a bunch of shit that's already been processed. And, you know what I mean? Like fucking, they take cold medicine off the shelf. Yeah. That's crazy.
What was that cold medicine everybody used to take?
It was Sudafed.
No, they had another cold medicine. You take like the whole pack at one time.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Sudafedrin.
That's what it was? Yeah.
Sudafedrin. Yep. And now they put the shit behind the counter.
Yeah.
Because they kind of caught on to what people do. And you can only buy... Dude, like, I bought the shit, like, recently. I don't know. When you buy it, like, if you got a cold, you know, people buy the shit. But when you buy it, you have to buy it over the counter from the pharmacy. And they make you sign, like, you got to give them your license and shit, and then, like, sign off when you buy it, because you can only be entitled to so much of the medicine a month. You know, try to limit, because they know how much, I guess they know how much you would need.
I mean, well,
make the shit.
Ain't about the, you know what I'm saying? How long is that cold going to last?
Well,
if you got a cold that's lasting the whole month, it's time to go to the hospital, my dude.
I mean, I could tell you a story. When I was 18... and the shit was still over the counter. We did. I'm gonna be honest. I did it.
Took the whole pack, bro.
Like we all did it. You know what I mean? Like, we was stupid, bro. I was fucking stupid. I didn't know. Like we, motherfuckers say, "Hey, bro, this shit fine." You know, it's legit, and it does. I mean, it's an upper, bro. Like I never did it again after that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, nah, this ain't for me. Like you could tell this is artificial, you know what I mean? So I didn't fuck with it anymore after that. But yeah, I've tried it once, and that's why they gotta put them, like they got them trailers in the, you know, like your country areas are where it's processed the most, bro, because they gotta go like the stench and you know that it puts off.
I mean, you gotta be like a kind of like a scientist to do this. So that's crazy. Like how these people can't even function, but they sign. Like, man, you put that brain to other places. Like,
well, if you really want
crazy
but
shit.
Here's the deal. That's how strong the human mind is. Like, if you really want to do something bad enough, you ain't got to be the smartest person on the planet to do it. You just got to have the will to do it. Eventually, you'll figure it out. You know, like, not everybody's Breaking Bad. You know, fucking chemists trying to make that fire. He probably had the clean. Man, that shit was clean looking. Damn. That thing was, like, I guess if there's any meth I would do, I'd have to try his, bro. Keep you up. It seemed like the come down off of his shit. All kind of work done. It seemed like the come down off of his is not, there ain't no hangovers on his shit.
Yeah, it's as clean.
It's as clean as you're gonna get.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. At the end of the day, I don't think we have to worry about alligators on meth. I don't think we have to worry about anybody storming Area 51.
Nope.
No ETs.
But, the worst hurricane season isn't here yet. So if there's anything we got to worry about is that. So for all you turnkey kids out there, peace out. I hope y'all enjoyed our first little pilot podcast. I think we had a good conversation, But nobody's perfect. There's always room to grow. And especially turnkey kids, we definitely ain't perfect.
Y'all let us know what y'all think and send in some subjects that y'all want covered.
Yeah. People, y'all want something covered, y'all want something to talk about, let us know. At the end of the day, we gotta show off and promote ourselves. O.Verses on Spotify, Instagram. What else we got? What else? All your streaming music sites, right? Everywhere. We haven't actually made an H2O page yet. Group, none of that, but it's coming. So, and then, Higgnz' new album out, Children of the Mars. How you forget your We got.
Y'all check that out. That's fire.
What's your latest? I'm sorry.
Mirror.
The Mirror is his latest album. The dude drops an album a week, so it's very hard for me to keep up with the shit. Which is good for him. We're growing, but I'm teaching you how to slow down. We're gonna make this shit better and brighter and quality. Like everything we do, we want is quality, and that's what we're doing. And my boy Tommy in here, who's our researcher back. He's about to start shooting these videos and really stun y'all. His price gonna go up real quick. So y'all have a wonderful night, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace out.